Happy New Year, one and all. Welcome to my first video of 2025. Jeepers, 2025. Like, what is happening right now? I used to be a kid and now I'm some random grown up. But anyways, I am here to bring you guys my most anticipated films for 2025 for this upcoming year. And just as always, guys, these are some movies I've picked. I've chose about 15. There's a lot more, but I've done about 15 because I think 15's enough. Plus, I'm aware that not all of these movies would be good. I may not end up seeing all of them. They're just movies I'm interested to see how they turn out this year. And they're the ones I've picked. And so, like, for instance, Joker Valia Do came out last year, 2024. I included that my most anticipated films of that year. Did a teaser reaction for that. Then didn't end up seeing it. So whatever. Bye. But anyways, that will probably happen again this year. If I include a movie on here, do somewhat of a reaction to a teaser or a trailer if I felt like it. And that's just the nature of it, I'm afraid. So, and I'd love to see what movies you guys are interested in this year, of course, because it will not be the same as my choices. So I'm just gonna ramble through them. I'm gonna go very, very, very quick as possible with each of these. Otherwise, I'll be here all day. So first up, we have is Captain America: Brave New World. This is the first comic book movie that's coming out this year. Just coming out in February, the Valentine's month. And yeah, you have Anthony Mackie, first feature film, being the lead as Captain America, because we've seen The Falcon and Winter Soldier, the TV show. Then you have Harrison Ford playing Red Hulk. Need I say more? So hopefully it'll somewhat bring the good MCU tone, because with Deadpool, Wolverine, Spider-Man No Way Home, they certainly had that kind of tone, I think, anyway. Otherwise, it's just going to go the usual route with the MCU does nowadays. Next up, we have is probably the most controversial one on here, I think. A Minecraft movie. Yep, I have seen the trailer for that one, and my god, does it look wild. I mean, you have Jack Black playing Steve. You have all these, Minecraft characters, the creeps, the zombies, they're looking pretty realistic, rather than having to make from the animation from the actual game itself. I myself am not the biggest Minecraft fan. I have played it. I'm more into the story games myself, of any game really. But very curious to see how that one turns out, whether it's good or not. Next up we have is Sinners, which is the new Ryan Coogler movie, who brought us Fruitvale Station, Creed, Black Panther, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This is his 5th movie, once again starring Michael B. Jordan. They're pretty much the black filmmaking duo at this point, director and actor duo. You get that quite a lot sometimes. In this case, it's Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I've seen the trailer. It looks very good. Looks very promising, and I think I'll definitely think of that one whenever that comes out. Next up we have is Mickey 17, the new Bong Joon-ho movie. I've seen a few of his movies. Snowpiercer, Mother I've watched, and the best one by far, Parasite. Other ones, you've got Okja and The Host. So I've seen about 5 of those movies, and I think he is probably the best filmmaker from South Korea out there. And yeah, need I say more? Looking forward to see that one. Next up, we have the next comic book movie, Thunderbolts. Now, this looks like it could be more of a Winter Soldier or a darker version of the MCU, because Well, not in a 15 or R-rated way, but I think this looks like this could be a new sort of direction it could take. I mean, you have Florence Pugh in here, and you have Sebastian Stan in here. You have David Harbour in here. I mean, Thunderbolts. I mean, very curious about that one, but interested anyway. Next up, we have quite possibly my most anticipated film of this year in 2025, that being Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It's been a big debate whether they should end the series or not. I mean, Christopher McQuarrie would like to. Tom Cruise would like to continue on until he's 80. Otherwise, the titles are just going to get dumber and dumber, like Fast and Furious, you know, because the 7th one was called Dead Reckoning Part 1, and the 8th film is called The Final Reckoning, not Dead Reckoning Part 2. But all honesty, guys, this is like my favorite film franchise. I mean, I'm going to be doing a movie series with my mum. Mission Impossible, I'm really looking forward to showing her, because she's seen some of the Mission Impossibles, not all of them, so I need to get her caught up. And she's a fan of Tom Cruise as well, so... And yeah, it's simply a movie that just gets... series that just gets better and better with each installment, although I think Fallout is my favourite in the series. This film franchise is just nothing but a juggernaut. Next up we have is Karate Kid Legends, which is featuring Jackie Chan from the 2010 movie, and you have Ralph Macchio reprising his role as Daniel LaRusso, who we know from the Cobra Kai TV show, and the Karate Kid trilogy, because in the 4th one you only had Mr. Miyagi return in that one with a female character. So Karate Kid Legends is the 6th Karate Kid movie. So this, I'm having a feeling Ralph Macchio's character, Daniel LaRusso, is going to be more of a side character, because it looks like Jackie Chan as Mr. Han is going to be more of a story. It's going to be more of a sequel related to the 2010 movie, which they're now going to somewhat tie into this Karate Kid / Cobra Kai Miyagi-verse franchise, whatever it's called. But I really love the first film, and I also love the Cobra Kai TV show, so I'm very curious to see where Karate Kid Legends turns out. Next up we have is from the world of John Wick, Ballerina, which is featuring Ana de Armas, however you say her name, who we've seen in No Time to Die. Ana de Armas, that's her name. You know, I've seen the trailer for it. I mean, it's part of the John Wick universe, which I'm really excited for. It's going to take place between John Wick 3 and 4, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. Next up we have is quite possibly the most anticipated horror movie for a lot of people, and I can definitely see why. 28 Years Later. Boy, yes, I've seen 28 Days Later and 20 Weeks Later. There isn't a month's one somehow. But there's going to be a 28 Years Later, which is coming out this year. I've seen the trailer. It looks pretty glorious, to say the least. And I think people are definitely going to look forward to that one. Next up we have is F1, which is kind of short for Formula One, if you like. Joseph Kosinski is returning. He has made Top Gun Maverick, which to me is the best film of the decade. I love that movie so much. And F1 looks like it's going to have somewhat of that sort of camera racings, like what Top Gun Maverick had with the jet plane camera take. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Next up, probably my second most anticipated movie for this year, Superman. And yes, James Gunn is returning for DC. This is going to be the first film in the DC universe coming after the DC Extended Universe, which ended. And so it looks like James Gunn is going to take his time because he truly gets what comic book movies and shows are like. You know, they need to take the time. And I think with Superman, looking at this movie, I've done a teaser reaction for that. It looks like he certainly has took his time anyway. And it looks like it's ahead from the origin story, a bit like with the Batman in some way with Robert Pattinson. Because all honesty, this looks like they could connect. But then again, I'm looking forward to seeing Superman nonetheless. Next up we have is the final Marvel movie that I have on here. The Fantastic Four First Steps. Yes, you have Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn in there. You have playing Human Torch. Pedro Pascal playing Mr. Fantastic. Reed Richards. And so this looks like a more old school Fantastic Four take. You know, it's not really like the 2000 movies, nor the Fant Four Stick, thank God. So this looks like this could be the first really good Fantastic Four movie, even though the 2000 movies are a little somewhat corny, funny to watch. But then again, this looks like it could be the first really, really good one. Next up we have is Nobody 2. Yes, sequel to Nobody, a movie that I actually really like. I mean, that has Christopher Lloyd in that one. Nobody, I think, was a nice surprise. Didn't get to review or see in the cinema. Maybe I will some point review that one, because that, I think, is a solid action movie. Next up we have is The Black Phone 2. And yes, I recently watched the first Black Phone as well. And, you know, Scott Derrickson's returning, because with Sinister 2, he didn't return somehow. But yeah, Scott Derrickson is one of the best horror filmmakers out there. I mean, I look forward to see what he does. Again, didn't review Black Phone 2, but maybe I will at some point in my Halloween special, if I feel like it. But all honesty, very interested in that one. And last but certainly not least, I have is Predator Badlands, which is the same director behind Prey, and also 10 Cloverfield Lane. So this looks like this is a sequel to Prey, but also a prequel to Predator anyway, the Schwarzenegger film. But I don't know nothing about this one because there hasn't been a teaser for it or anything. And there you go, guys. Those are some of my most anticipated movies for this up and coming year 2025. Comment down below, let me know below what are some of your most anticipated movies for this year. You can rank them, you can just show a list, do whatever you want in the comments, and let me know below in the comments. So guys, I look forward to a 2025. 2024 was a great year for me anyway, outside of the channel, but I look forward to at least, hopefully, at least some of these movies that I've mentioned are good anyway. I'm praying. I guess make it a pun because I mentioned Predator, but moving on. But as always, if you're new, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share this video, notify that bell before you leave. If you're new, please feel free to do all of those. And if you're a returner, welcome back and hope you're enjoying my content so far and looking forward to my content for this year in 2025. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and peace.